Hey everyone, it's Michael here. I'm glad you're able to be with us. We're just going to go over some general support, some questions that we've been getting about the plugin. I'm going to kind of go back and talk a little bit more about custom audiences. I didn't get to spend a lot of time, but I just wanted to show you guys some cool things that a way to build up your audiences by using videos, video ads, and stuff like that, so you can build up whatever niche you may be in. So I'm going to kind of hit that again and then answer any of your questions. I know there was a question about Shopify being able to integrate with T-Rex, and Randy Park is also on this webinar, and he's going to kind of address that right now.
Hey, thanks, Michael. You know, I think what the question was coming from was some of these people that are joining us in T-Rex from Ricky's group that are Commercify users, and I think it's more of, does Commercify integrate with T-Rex? And yes, Ricky and I are working towards that. Ricky and I have been kind of beta testing what he's been doing, and we're moving towards having his products to integrate with us in T-Rex. Now, if the question really was, does Shopify, T-Rex doesn't integrate with Shopify. It's two separate platforms, but Printex does. I mean, so we're taking care of T-Rex customers and Shopify customers, really in the same way. So, we're just working off the CSV file with all the information and managing that business just as smooth on either platform with Shopify and T-Rex. So we'll have more updates together when Ricky and I have things worked out on how his Commercify products can integrate with T-Rex coming soon.
Okay. Awesome. So if you guys also, if anybody has questions, just start typing them in now, and that way we have a log of them, and we'll kind of get to them as we go through the webinar. And we also have Matthew on the line, and he's going to talk a little bit about upcoming some exciting things upcoming with the WP-Trex plugin, and any questions that he's been getting as far as support tickets, and also any of your questions that you may have. So feel free to just start asking away. I'll let Matthew kind of take it from here for a few minutes.
Yeah, hi guys, how you doing? So yeah, like Michael said, if anyone's got any questions, start typing them in now, because it makes it a lot easier for me to actually show you some stuff that you're having trouble with. So what I'll do while you get your questions ready, if I take the screen and I'll show you something we've got coming up. Can you make me presenter, Michael?
Sure, yes. Let's see. Okay.
Okay, which screen have you got?
I got your Skype.
Okay, you got T-Rex now?
Got T-Rex, yep.
Yeah. Okay, guys. So something we've been working on in the background, which is pretty cool, which everyone's going to like, I think, is this T-Rex shipping banner. So you've probably seen that perhaps on Shopify or other websites. If I just go to test campaign I've got here, and just open that up in a new tab, and I'll just go into the settings of this one here. Okay, so on this demo campaign, let's just update that. Sorry guys, I just got to change the settings quickly. Okay, that should be live. Okay. Okay, there it is. I thought it wasn't going to work for a minute.
That looks great.
Yeah. So we've got this shipping banner here, okay, which you can have it on all of your. You can set it to a single campaign page, or you can have it site-wide, so it will show up on all of your WordPress pages across your whole site. And basically, you can put a little message like this at the top, and you can have it like you can see it moving there like that. You can have it static. It can go up and down. That sale thing you can see behind there, that's an image. If we just show you the settings here, so basically you can put in your whatever text you want. You can change it from an image to a solid color like that. I'll just update that. I'll just quickly change the color of the text. Just make that red because it looks quite good on this page. So I've made the background black so it blends in with the background on that page, so you can see it just coming in there like that. You can have it, if I scroll up and down, you can see it sticks to the top of the page as well, so you can have it like a sticky banner. And these things really do help conversions as well. And it's funny because I actually bought something the other day only because I noticed that that message at the top there. So you can put any message there. And the good thing is with this is, you know, you can change that on the fly in the shipping banner over here. So you can change the text. So if you've got like a flash sale on or whatever, and you just want to quickly change that out, you can change that out across your whole site real quick and easy. So it's a real cool little thing. You can upload your own fonts. You can change the size of the text. You can change the animation there. You can make it pop out after a certain amount of time. And you can switch that sticky banner on and off there, and you can get a little preview of it down there as well. So that's almost ready. We're just waiting for the next update, which I'll show you a couple of other cool things we got coming. You're going to have to wait for this for the update because you need the update for it to work with the T-Rex campaigns. So you can crank out as many of these as you want. And you can have it so it's just on one single campaign as well, and you can have a different one on all the other campaigns if you wanted to do it like that. So you've got the control over it as well. So that's a really cool little plugin we got coming. A couple of other things you might notice. I don't know how familiar you guys are with T-Rex, but you'll see that we've got this image in the background, which is basically just a transparent background. So before you could use an image in the background, but this area kind of where my pointer is there was like the body area. You couldn't make that transparent, so we've now got the option in T-Rex to make this area here transparent, which means you can get pretty creative with your pages and make some nice looking pages. Another thing we've got is, you'll notice the title here. We've got control of the color of that and the size of that, because if you had a long name for the title, if I just look in the campaign settings here, so this is the title, so when you name your campaign it might say you know, something quite long. Before, what was happening was this text was quite big and it was pushing everything down the page, and it might have 2 words at the top and then 1 word down there, and it just looked, you know, untidy and not that good. So the good thing is you can control the exact size of that down here somewhere. So yeah, here's where you can use your background image here. Now you can cover, stretch it, center it, or tile it, so you can get that just right. Here's where we got the new transparent thing, and here is where you can change the title size and the title color. So that's just a couple of styling things that's going to help you make much better looking pages. Another cool thing we've got coming, I don't think we've actually tested it on this site, but this is going to be really handy for your customer support and stuff. You'll see here we've got this shipping info, which is a new column. And this is the thing that's been taking a while for us to get this update out, because it's been pretty tricky for the programmers to integrate this. But basically, we are now integrated with Printex. So what's going to happen is, when you've got orders in your locker stock account, Printex and your T-Rex account are going to be linked, and then you're going to see right here when it's shipped. and then well, sorry, when it's in process, and then when it's shipped, you're actually going to get a clickable link there. So you'll just click the link, and it will pop open a new tab, and the USPS tracking will be there with the tracking number and everything. So you'll find, I don't know what volume of sales you're making, but you'll find a big question you will get from the customers is, where's my item? Has my item been shipped or tracked yet? So people will start asking you that virtually the next day after they've ordered. So that's going to really help you and save you a lot of time. Another thing we've done is down here, we've got this new tab, which is Printex account management. So,
hey, Matthew?
Yeah.
Can I just add a couple things on that? So, especially for the new users, when they get in, they set up their locker stock. They can have us send their customer an automatic email that looks like it's coming from them, that gives them a tracking number, and that number is generated as soon as we scan the package to the USPS. And then, of course, when we have this integration finished up, it will also then attach it not only to your locker stock account, but then back into your dashboard there that you're showing them.
Yeah, it's going to be a great help.
Yep.
So another cool thing that we've got coming in this next update is the business settings before. I won't go and look in there because it's gone, but the Printex, when you set up your locker stock account with Printex, you had to fill that form in at the bottom of the page. Well, we've now moved that form to the Printex account management tab over here, and now, is it going to work? Oh, did I click the wrong one? Press it there. Okay, perhaps they've took it out on this test site, but what's going to happen when we do launch this update is you're going to come here to Printex account management, and your locker stock account will be right inside T-Rex here. So basically it's just the web page is iframed in here, but you won't have to go anywhere else. All your stuff for all your orders and everything is going to be right inside T-Rex, and that form that you fill in for your locker stock account and your locker stock account details will be just under there. So if you need to fill it in or update anything, any information from Printex, it's all going to be under one tab there. So that's pretty much the cool things that we've got coming. We're hoping that's going to be out this week. We have been, the last few weeks it's almost been out. We just had to iron out a few last things, but we're virtually on the edge of getting that out now. So I'm hoping this week that will be out, and your new plugin as well. So yeah, apart from that, a few little minor things, a few bug fixes, but that's the big things really, the exciting stuff. So if you've got any questions or anything about setting up or technical stuff, fire them in and I will answer them.
Yeah, Matt, there's a couple questions coming in, and I think we answered Tracy. She wanted to know how did you get the checkered background on the item, and I think he showed you where the background image. So really, you're just finding an image, and you just put that. It's in your campaign settings.
Right.
Anthony wants to know where he can find themes like the one that you're showing. I don't know if you're going to certain websites or if you're just finding images online somewhere.
Yeah, this is not actually a theme, this one. If I show you, we'll go to another campaign and we just compare the two campaigns. Oh, there's just a lot of random ones in there. I'll just try and find a normal one. So basically this was like, this would be a regular campaign. So this is the Divi theme, which most people are using now. So this is the T-Rex structure. So this isn't actually a theme. This is a campaign page built within the plugin. And if you look over here at this page, you'll see all it is I've got an image in here and everything's transparent at the background. So I've just dropped an image in and the rest is just the T-Rex structure. Just try and get rid of that. So you'll see there as well what I mean about the title, how it was big. You had no control over that, and sometimes it made your page look really messy.
Okay. This may be for Randy too, if he's still on the line. How do we set up the auto emails and locker stock? And did you say it was ready to do now? Randy
Oh,
might
it is ready. So if you go in your Locker Stock account, yeah, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So if you go into your Locker Stock account, down there at the bottom, it walks you through on how to just allow us to send you and or your customer an email when the package is scanned for shipping. And so just go into your Locker Stock account and just set that up, just like you would change any of your other settings in Locker Stock. It also allows you to upload your logo that would be attached to the email that we are sending on your behalf.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is it, isn't it, Randy? If you go to edit your account, this is where you can edit all your details here.
Yep.
Also, Randy, let's see here. Sandra was asking if Printex is going to offer things like pillowcases, sheets, leggings, etc. I'm sure you probably have a document with just everything that you offer.
Well, we do the pillowcases and stuff like that right now, and I do some leggings for some people, but non-personalized leggings. On the leggings that we're doing, it needs to be 100% cotton, and we are doing, like I said, non-personalized for anybody that has any volume, for that. Now, starting in January, we are going to add a large format press for sublimation. And so we're looking into doing maybe polyester leggings, if that's a fit. Certainly we're going to do poly shirts all over prints on poly. I don't know that we'll be set up to do shower curtains and towels and some of the bigger things, but it's something we're looking into. But the large format sublimation is going to be pretty exciting for us next year.
Okay, great. Tracy's asking, she's new, so welcome, Tracy. But she said this may be a basic question, but is each item you sell set up as its own campaign? Did you want to address that, Matt? Because we get that question a lot. Can you hear me, Matt? Hey Matt, I can't hear you. I see your screen moving, but I'm not hearing you. Okay.
Michael?
Okay, you're back now.
Yeah, I was muted.
Okay.
Okay. So so the way it works is, basically you start with products, and each each product and each color is its own product. So you would have here we've got a red crew neck, a white apron. They look a bit messy because this is just testing, but you would have your design, and then you would start with products, and you would put your design on each product, and you might have a selection of products like a couple of hoodies, a couple of t-shirts. And then once you've made your products, those products are all brought together with a campaign. So you then would go to a campaign, and you've either got the choice of creating a campaign from scratch, which can be time consuming, but the best way is just to go ahead and duplicate a campaign. So you just hit duplicate, and that takes all the settings from a campaign, and then you would come down to where you add the products to a campaign, and then you would just remove the old products, and then your new products will be populated in this list, and then you would just go ahead and add those products into the campaign. So looking at a live page, the whole page together is the campaign, so all the settings and all the features on this page are controlled in your campaign settings, and these thumbnails here are the individual products. So the campaign brings those products together and displays them on the page. So hopefully that makes sense.
So, and I know, Anthony, that you're asking about, just to give a step-by-step demo, and we have all of these step-by-step training videos that take you from creating a product, and then exactly, if you're doing a personalized or manually personalized or a non-personalized design, and it takes you step by step. And each video is no more than 5-10 minutes long, so they're not really long videos, and it will show you exactly how to set up your products, and then how you set up a campaign, and how you add your products to your campaign. And those are all in the training videos, and we will put that link in here, and also in the Facebook and Skype groups too.
Yeah. Like, I mean, I don't know where you guys are at. If you've got fully done for you sites, or wherever you've got the basic one, but I've actually been trying to update these videos when I get a minute. But the basic install one I've completed, and if you have a look in here, these are the most up-to-date ones. So although you might not have a basic install, if you have a scan through these videos, you'll probably get some good information out of these, because I've really tried to go in depth. And this actual this course in the membership site basically builds a whole site from the ground up. So it goes through every single step that you need. And what I'm going to do when I get time, like I say, when I get time, I'm going to go through every single item on this WordPress menu here, and I'm going to go right into depth, not in order as you would build a site, but just in order as these appear in the menu. And I'm just going to go absolutely in depth. I'm going to give you all the tips and tricks and shortcuts that I use, because I've built maybe hundreds of these sites. So I'm going to give you all the tips and tricks and shortcuts and in-depth explanation about every single one of these features in depth. So that won't be like how to build a site, but it'll be what all of these do and really how to use them.
Okay, great. And there's a question that, and I know we get this a lot too, so I'm glad that you're asking, because people may not know. Joanna's asking, isn't the collection an easier way to bring products together rather than a campaign? And if you just want to explain, Matthew, what a collection is.
Yeah. So a collection is a collection is slightly different to a campaign, because a collection doesn't have a buy button on or anything. So a campaign would be where they would come and choose their product, select their size, and then add it to the cart and buy it. Whereas a collection, you can use the collections in different ways. A collection is like a fast way of pulling together a group of products. So you can quickly create a collection. You can go add new, give your collection a name. You then select a campaign, and then you add products to the campaign. So you can choose any of the products from the campaign. So you can get, maybe you could have all 4 products from the same campaign if you wanted to. And then the collection will give you a short code over here, and you can use this short code. If I try and find, you can use this short code in a couple of different places. So here on the campaign, this area, like the footer here, is transparent. You can see I've got these links here. This is an image, this is an image. So just above this footer is what we call the bottom full width box. So if I go into the campaign settings, which one are we on? This one. So you can use this shortcode in the columns section. If I just let it load. So the only place you can use it is in the bottom full width box. You can't use it in the smaller areas. So we'll just find that footer single, footer left. So here, where the footer full width box is, what we can do is use that shortcode, and that's going to populate that collection that I just made in the collection section in this area here. So this is a great way of doing like related products. So it looks a bit funny because it's a transparent background, but that's a quick way of putting those together there. And the good thing is you can change that on the fly in the collections, where you create the collections. You can add and remove those and it will change them on the fly. So this just groups them together. So you can use it there on the campaign pages, and you can use them on WordPress pages as well, which are on this site. There's Captain Carl. So here, I think this has been built with collection. So these rows, it's just taking a while to load, but these rows here are basically collections that have been put together. So a collection isn't quite like a campaign because you can't buy from a collection, but it creates the link and everything. Because when we used to make collections, we used to actually, on WordPress pages, we would have to upload the image and then we'd have to make the image clickable and put the text under and everything. So this is a quick way to make those collections.
Okay. Yeah, basically it's kind of a group, the way that you group campaigns. So another way to put it, say if you're running like a pet website or animals, and you have a page for dogs, and then you have a page for cat designs. You can usually take that collection code, create your own page where each campaign will show up on that page, and people can see all the different campaigns, and then click into the actual campaign to purchase. Rainey, are you still on? I'm not sure. I will find out.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, there was a question just about pillowcases. Are you doing any other colors, or is it just white, or someone says they only see tan?
No, I am. I'm really limited to that tan, or I call it natural, because it's 100% cotton, and for direct-to-garment, that's really the only source I have on it. But in January, we're going to add sublimation to it with a large format printer, and we're going to try to pick up poly pillowcases, and with that, then we can do sublimation all over it, and it can be any color we want to make it. So, that's something we're working on. But right now, it's just natural only.
Okay. What are the color? Okay, so we answered that, the natural. Okay, I'm just going through some of the other comments here. Matthew, do we need? They're asking, do we need an antivirus type plugin, and are these sites backed up at some sort of interval?
Well, I'm not too sure about the antivirus. I don't think you really need it, but the backup, yes, we do a backup every 48 hours. Every single site that's on the T-Rex server is backed up, and then it just repeats. It takes 48 hours to complete the cycle, and then it repeats again. So if the worst did happen and you lost your site, you would only lose a maximum of 48 hours worth of work.
Okay. Yes, there's Sandra. There's videos on how to create products and mockups, so you should be able to find those in the members or in the training videos. And of course, if you ever have another question that maybe there's a video that's not quite answering, you can always ask it in any of the groups, and we'll hop on it for you there.
Yeah, there is one in this basic install training. There's one, and there also is a link here. If you go to content, at the bottom of this page, this here where it says mockups, what we've got is import packs. Click here. So we've got PNGs here, which are just straight images, but here, these links here will take you to Dropbox, and these are zip files where you can actually import blank products, and the products are actually already set up for you just without a design. So they will help you loads. If I might have a site where I can show you that. Yeah, well, Sandra, if you want to send me a support ticket, I'll send you those links directly if you want, and I'll find the video that shows you how to import them. But these mockups are really great to use, especially if you're new, because they just take all the work out of it, and everything's set up, the pricing, the SMB codes, everything. So that's the quickest and easiest way to do that. And I might even make some videos about some different methods you can do for your mockups using Photoshop as well, because there's a few different things that you can do with setting up your mockups.
Okay. Um, Sandra, the public, as far as campaigns, her question is, so we need to make campaigns from all the products we have on our site now, correct? Correct? One product can be a campaign. Can the public see the collections? Yeah, so if you have, I'm not sure what type of store that you have. If you have a done-for-you site, which is really the easiest way to go, is because everything is set up for you. All of the products are done, the mock-ups are done, the campaigns are already set up for you. Now, if you want to add your own, say if you find a design and you want to add a new design to your store for whatever it be T-shirts or a coffee mug or whatever, yeah, I mean, you just really need the art file, which is wherever your designer is doing it, you just need to have the 2800 by 3200 art file, and then you can add products, new products to your store, and then you can create another campaign just for those products. So the easiest way to do that would just be duplicating a campaign, and like Matt showed earlier, just taking out the old products, renaming it, renaming your permalink, and then also yeah, and then just creating your campaign. So now if you want to add that campaign to a collection, you can also do that. But like I said, you can add a collection to another page on its own, and people can see it that way, or you can add it to the bottom of your page, like Matt showed you, as like sort of like upsell, that type of thing. Okay, so we got some more done for you site. Okay, Sandra, I see. If you have a done for you site, then everything should be all ready to go. You shouldn't have to add anything else, and all your campaigns should be ready to go. Real quick, I want to show you guys one thing as far as custom audiences, and I know a lot of you guys are just getting started and you're started in, or you may be in your niche, but I just kind of wanted to show you one thing, and there's a way to build up audience, and I hit on it last week, and I just wanted to finish that up. So I'm going to share my screen here in a minute. Okay, so can you see my screen, Matt?
Yeah, got it. Yeah.
Okay. So I wanted to show, last week we talked about custom audiences and actually getting them off of video views and start to building up your audience. I just wanted to show you, after the election, I started like a Trump page because it was just so passionate, and it's like kind of a conservative base, and I just wanted to see how it would go. And I'm not even really selling anything yet. I'm not even trying. I'm just kind of building up my audience. And so what I started doing is I started posting videos onto the page, and I would actually post the videos from my page, and they started going viral. And I can see I started this audience last week, and it's already up to 14,600. And really what you want to do, and I'm going to show you a little trick here, is that if you're in the like support police niche or dog niche, what I like to do sometimes is go out and onto Facebook, and I like to find videos that come across, and there's a way that you can actually save the video and post it on your page, and I'll show you how to do that. And I've had no issues with it, and a lot of times I like to just credit the people that do it, because this is a way for people to start sharing your videos, and there's linking them back to your page. So instead of you sharing a video, it will come from, let's say if it's a support police page, it will come from your page, and people are going to start, you're going to start getting likes in that. But the main point is you're also going to be capturing those people in an audience. So say you come to something like this, I just type in support police videos, I watch this video. It's a neat video about, these officers come in and give them some Christmas presents, and it's only about 45 seconds long, and that's kind of perfect. A lot of times I like to find videos that have a lot of views on them, so you can really, that they've already went viral, so people are obviously watching. This is not bad. This has got 7,300 views. So say if you wanted to put this on your page, you can easily do that by going to the video, and the way you do that is underneath the name of the page, just click on the date of the post, and that brings you to the video. Okay, and what you want to do is come up here and take out everything up through www and just type m, okay, m.facebook. And what that does is that opens it up into a format where you can actually save the video as an MP4, okay? But you have to play it in order to save it at the same time. So as you can see here, save video as an MP4, okay? So now you have that, and what you would want to do is really go back to your page. page that I started a while ago. I don't really post on it, but just for example purposes here. Okay, so I'm just going to use this page as an example because I own this. So then you can go to your photo video, grab it to wherever you saved it from. And in here, Facebook has really allowed you to do some cool things. You can obviously add your title. You know, you can just write whatever you want to write up here in the caption. Try to write something that's going to grab people's attention. You know, I'm not going to go too much into it, but you can also use tags. So you can tag police officer, and that helps your video get shared a little bit. If somebody's actually typing it in, yeah, your video may come up. So you can use different types of video tags. Okay. Now what you want to do is just publish that.
Yeah, that's a cool tip. I like that. You find some really good viral videos doing that.
Yes, yes. I had a video, it was just a Merry Christmas video, and it was seen, I'll show you, like, you know, about 15,000 times views. And the cool thing is, it's going to come up here. So now it's like, okay, it's from your page, right? And you can also, like I said, if you remember where you get it from, you can edit it and just say credit due to this page, and you should have no issues. But then, like, sometimes you can actually, with some videos, you can actually go ahead and boost this, and that's what I like to do. Is if I know the interest that I'm using for, like, to sell shirts, I will go ahead and just put $5 behind this video, okay? And you can go through and actually use your targeting, do all the interests that you normally do for your page, so you know that you're getting the views of people that you're actually wanting to sell things to. So I'm going to be targeting the interest of whatever this would be police interest, support the police, or the blue line, and all that kind of stuff. So I want to make sure I put my demographics in this, and I'll put $5 behind this. And if you can't do that from here, you can also go into your ads manager and just run a video views ad, okay? And once you do that, what you want to do is kind of set, once you've posted your video, you want to set up, like I'll just show you a couple of the videos, how this works. I have 6 videos in here. And you can see 6,500 views, 9,300 views, 10,000 views, and that's just in the last week. And I'm not really even spending a whole lot of time with it. I'm just really posting a video, and that's all I'm doing. So you can go in there, and actually when you start this, you create an audience, and you want to create a custom audience, engagement on Facebook, and then you want to do. And this is kind of something you can test out. You want to try to, people who have at least viewed at least 10 seconds. Remember, you only have a few seconds of people. So if you want to get people who've watched 95% of your video, you can. Or if you just want to try to capture people that have at least watched half of it, you can, depending how long your video is. So like that's why I said I try to find videos that are less than a minute long, because really you don't have that much attention span on Facebook. So you really want to get something that people are going to tune into. You can just, and then you can actually choose your videos. So once your video, you find your page, and then it will let you choose your videos. Okay, and this one's just it's not populated yet. Sometimes it takes a little bit of time, but you can actually do that. So that's how you start that custom audience. And as you post videos to your page, you can go back in here, edit, and then you can keep adding the videos as they come along. And also, if you forget to do it and still say the next day you come in, it's still going to capture that audience for people that have already visited. So it's just another tip of just like a way to build up your audience. And now I can actually run ads to just this amount of people. And that I know that I've targeted them correctly. I know that they're interested in the content that I put out, and I know that now I have them saved in an audience. I can go back and start running ads to those people with apparel or whatever you're trying to sell. So it's just another tip that I wanted to show you guys, because we didn't get to time to really get in depth to it. But as you're getting your store set up and as you're doing this, make sure you spend the time on your page to really build your audience. There's a lot of cool ways to do that through these custom audiences now, and it's one of the things that it's just going to really help you in the long run as far as having that audience that you can go back to and sell your products to. So I wanted to show you that. If you guys had any questions on that, I'm love to
Yeah,
answer
we've
those.
got some questions. Yeah. That's
Sure.
a great tip. That's a great tip, Michael, man, building that audience, because that's a really fast way to build an audience in pretty much any niche that you want. You know, football teams, anything like that. And then if you build a big audience as well, you can even narrow that audience down and pinpoint them even more. Like once you've got a big audience.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is
Absolutely.
cool. So yeah, we've got a few questions. A couple of people asking about a replay, and providing it's recorded, fine, we definitely will put a replay up. So Patty asked, "This is great info. Are these saved videos being stored on Facebook or YouTube?"
You can find the video. Like what I do is, you don't have to. That's just a way to get a video from Facebook. Now, if you have other videos, you can, you can upload them from anywhere you want, really. But if you don't have, if that's a great way of, because Facebook has so many videos and there's such an easy way to search for certain types of videos that that's kind of where I do it. And I just save them, and once I post it as my page, it's in my videos on my page. So I don't know if that's the question you're answering, but like I said, if you find like even the Vine, stuff like that, you can really save all those types of formats, and just as soon as you save them to your computer, just upload them as the MP4. That's what you're able to do with that little trick I just showed you. So then you kind of have the video on your page, and that's where it's stored.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I think she kind of means where's it playing from. Like, so they're actually playing from and stored on Facebook.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, got some good comments anyway, Michael. Not so many questions, but a lot of people
Okay.
saying thanks for that. That's great
Yeah,
info.
absolutely. I know that, and then what I really wanted to stress, though, and I know I've kind of mentioned it before, and I've said this even last week, is a couple of the consults that I had with people. They want to help with their ads, but they were really kind of trying to figure out how they get this audience that they're trying to reach. So my thing is that use the power of Facebook and use your page to really reach out. Don't be afraid to boost some of your posts, even if you think that's something that could really go viral. Even just boosting your post for, like I said, I never put more than $5 in. One, because my wife won't let me do anymore, but I'm just kidding. But no, it's really a simple way to just reach a larger percent of your audience, because you already know through targeting and through interest that you put in there, those are the people you're trying to reach, and you want people to see your page and start getting connected, and also start a group that's connected to your page. Groups are a great way in order to build up your customer in your audience. You can start, like, so for instance, if I was doing a police page, I would start a group that's probably the same name as my page, and I would run a few ads here and there, just attracting people to the group. And that way you can kind of control what's, people coming in, but you know that those are like-minded people you're eventually going to want to market to, and plus people see almost every post in a group. So it's not like when you post something on your page, most people don't see it unless you advertise, unless you put advertising dollars behind it. In a group, it's great because people are giving you content constantly, and then you have the ability to just market to those people also.
Yeah. Jamie's asked if you can record a training video on that as well. I think that would be a great idea if we could get that in the members area, like a really clear step-by-step process of that.
Absolutely, yep.
Yeah. Sean's asked, how long do you let those ads run for?
I usually do now. I usually just I set mine up for just a day, or I'll just set it up for $5, and so I'll just let the $5 get spent. Obviously, the more the merrier. So if you have a bigger budget and if it's getting a lot of views and your post is I will just set it up for $5 a day and let it run continuously until I'm up. And it kind of that also allows Facebook to really optimize and find the people that you're searching for. So and if it's going really, really well, leave it on. There's no sense in turning it off, as long as you can afford the marketing budget and the ad dollars. You're just building up that audience. So the more and more money you spend on letting people see your videos and stuff, as you remember, you're capturing them in that audience, and that's going to benefit you down the road for sure. So you're going to have your built-in audience ready for you.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Tracy's asked a question. She's got a store, so that's her domain name, is the name of her store. Should she make a general fan page, or should she make separate fan pages for different groups, like police, nurse, grammar, etc.?
Um, you know, I think that would be kind of hard to manage that many. You can if you just have like a general store and and you have all of those niches. I think having one page is probably is in my opinion is better, just because you don't have to log in and out. You can just kind of post that type of content, and really when you're running page like ads, you're going to be targeting people that like all of that stuff. So it's going to be one central place for you to put all your content, and you won't have to start a million different pages. Now, if it's something on the extreme opposite ends, like I've saved, it's like a liberal page or a conservative page, that's just an example. Obviously, you won't want that on the same page, but if it's pretty much the same kind of things that you're offering, and if it's like a nursing and a police officer and that type of niches, those kind of go hand in hand. So it really just depends on everything that you're doing, whatever your store is. But yeah, I think one page is fine.
Yeah, I think when you're first starting out as well, best just to start off with one single page, and then as you get into it and you get the feel of it, then you can branch out and make some more targeted pages then.
Yep, absolutely.
Jamie's asked, is there a way to target people in Facebook groups now? Because I know Facebook were talking about that not long ago as well.
No, you cannot. Usually those groups are closed groups, and now you're able to promote your group and go after people that you would want to join your group. So, you know, that's an easy way that you can run some like ads or try to get people to join your group, and that,
Yeah.
but you cannot target those people that are already inside the group.
I think I read something the other day that Facebook is supposed to be bringing that in soon.
Okay, I wouldn't doubt it. I'm sure they're probably the groups are great. Some of these groups out there that when I was just doing some research on them, I mean, there are hundreds of thousands of members on these groups, and so if you want your message to be seen and you're the owner of one of these groups and you have a really great store, let's just say you have like a police store, and you have, like, just think of it, if you had that many people in a group and you can just post one thing in there, just think how many people see that's without even running one ad. So I'm a big proponent of starting groups and trying to build up groups as much as possible.
Yeah, that's it. And if your group is really big, you can actually drive an ad only to your group as well, so you make sure they do all see it.
Mm.
Yeah, so Sandra's asked, so are all your T-Rex ads and content on the same page?
T-Rex ads. Okay, what was that again? Can you repeat that question?
Are you putting all your ads on the same page?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Maybe we could talk about dark posts at some point as well, perhaps not today, but...
Yeah, definitely. We can focus on dark posts and stuff, you know, next week, and we can kind of go over that. Something that you guys want to see how it works. And I know there was some interest also in just ad sizing. And in the group, I'm going to drop a link from Facebook, but they have a great resources, you know, that just talks about exactly what different types of ads and what sizes to use. So we'll drop that in the group. I'll have to find that link and we'll put it in the groups today too.
One from Joan, how often do you suggest posting and then advertising on her page?
Well, I suggest posting as much as possible. There may be certain third-party apps where, you know, you can, I know we've used in the past, and I don't know if we're still using anything like that, but there are some third-party apps where you can, you know, set up posting and set up a certain schedule. But if you're just doing it manually right now, and I know it's hard, I would post as much as you can, as much as you have time to. Now, I would pick out certain posts that you think may have a better way of communicating. That's where I would kind of run ads behind that in order to try to build my page up. Now, remember, on the custom audiences too, you can also build your page just by a custom audience, just by people who are interacting with your page. So people that are liking and sharing and commenting from your page, you can also capture those people, and so that's why I suggest posting as much as possible, because, like I said, Facebook, it really doesn't get shown a whole lot. They want you to pay for it, so pick out the ones that you really like, besides the stuff that you're selling, but just to get interaction and engagement on your page, and those are the ones that I would put a little bit of advertising dollars behind.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's it. Like, I post 2 hours on mine, but you know, Ken even says post every hour on some of
Yeah,
his.
yeah, and that's the way to the more the merrier, because if you take long periods in between, it's just Facebook likes to see activity, and they like to see people engaging with your page, and they like to see your page being engaging. It gets shown more on people's news feeds as you start building that up and doing that.
And you can go back if as you start building up your page and you're posting regularly, you can actually just recycle those posts as well. So I know people that do that, and that really does. You would think that people would get bored of seeing the same pictures, but it actually really speeds up the growth of your page when you pick out the ones that have had the most engagement and the most likes, and then perhaps a month or so later you just start reposting them, and then you'll build up a big collection of really engaging images and posts.
Absolutely, and you think about it like this. Just think about when you're scrolling on your phone and you're on Facebook, and um, say you like a certain page. I can't remember what I ate for lunch yesterday, let alone what I saw on Facebook. So people are not gonna. Don't worry about reposting things. That's a great tip, and I always tell people that are just starting off with a page and page management is, yeah, find those ones that once you have a few that get some good reach, or even ones that you might have even boosted. Repost those as often as you want. No one's going to remember, and very rarely do people actually go to your page. So don't worry about them being on your timeline and just on your page where you see the same post, because normally people are just kind of scrolling through. It's very rare that they actually click onto your page and go through your photos and stuff like that. So don't be afraid to repost things that have been really successful in the past.
Yeah, yeah. Sandra wanted to know what a dark post is. Do you want to give her just a quick explanation about
Um, Go ahead. I just gotta hop off 1 second, Matt. If you want to handle that, I'm sorry. I gotta get some water. Yeah, give me 1 second.
So Sandra, a dark post, usually what you would do with an ad is make a post with an image and a link to your offer or your t-shirt or whatever, and you would post that on Facebook, and all your fans would see that on your page. But with a dark post, what you can do is you can go into your Power Editor and you can set up an ad that's linked to your page, but it doesn't actually get posted on your page. So it goes out on Facebook, but if somebody came to your page, they wouldn't actually see that post. So that's what a dark post is. Okay.
Thank you.
Jamie, I see your question. Yeah, that's something we've been thinking about. I'm not going to read it out, but you'll just have to wait on that one. Is there any training how to build your own designs for personalized templates? Andrew, I was thinking about that. Do you mean for mock-ups, or do you mean actually creating designs from scratch, like doing your own actual designing? From scratch, yeah. I'm not sure. I'm not the best with Photoshop. I've only been using it like about 6 months now. I think Kevin Vidito might be a good person for that if you want to ask him in the group, in one of the Skype groups or the Facebook groups. And Jones asked, what's the best place to find content? I run out of things to say. So if you're looking for content to post on your fan pages, then Pinterest is a really good place to go and look, because there's tons and tons of images posted on Pinterest. Google Images as well. There are softwares out there that you can just type in subjects for pin boards on Pinterest, and it will actually rip all those images off and put them into a folder, and then you can use those images to post on your page. So that's a really easy way to find content, and especially like in the grandma niche, they absolutely love all those memes and stuff like that. So that's a great way to find content.
Also, if I can add to that, Joan, also finding other pages that are similar to yours, and do you want to go out and just rip people's content? No, but it also gives you ideas and places to find other content. Like you said, Pinterest is great. When you start, I would advise that if you find a group that you are like your niche that you're selling, find those groups on Facebook and join them, and you'll get a lot of content by people just posting stuff in there. So if you're in the dog niche, join as many dog groups, we love our dogs, or whatever groups you can find, and there's a lot of content in there people post, and you can use a lot of that stuff too. Okay. I'm going to drop the link for the Facebook link for their group in here now. So I know somebody's asking about that. Okay, guys, here I'm putting into the chat here should be, this is a link to the link to our Facebook group. In the Skype group, we can add you to that. Right, Matt? We can just
Yeah.
if you join the Facebook group, we'll get your Skype name. We'll just add you to it.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Skype rooms are filling up though. I think they only hold a max of 280 people per room. I had a look on there today. We're about 230, 240. So soon they're going to be maxed out, which is why one of the reasons why we've got the Facebook group, because we can hold a lot more people in there.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna share my screen. You know when you can see my screen, Matt.
Yeah, got it. Yeah.
Okay. So here is the Trex group. And we're really trying to answer and try to move everyone over from Skype. The Skype group comes in handy though, and I know sometimes that's a little bit quicker, but we really want to encourage you guys to just stay in the Facebook group here, and that way we can search for certain things. You can, like I said, if you're looking for certain keywords, you can search in here, and once everybody's in here, you can add the images and just stuff like this. It just comes up a little bit better than Skype, but by no means still, try to get a hold of us on Skype also.
Okay, that's just coming up to the end of the questions there. Oh, we've got another one from Sandra. Search is important to you.
Yeah, search is important. I don't know.
Okay, anybody else got any more questions?
I'm going to put the replay as soon as I'm done downloading it. It takes a few minutes, and I'll make sure I post it in the group here and also in the Skype group. And if you guys have any more questions, we will definitely answer them as they come in. Come on, join us over in the group in the Facebook page.
Yeah, cool. All right then, thanks everybody.
All right, thank you everybody. We'll talk to you soon. Thank you.
Okay, bye guys.